Hi everyone, I'm Fazla Hamim from Speech Inc. and today I'm going to show you how to plan a literacy-based therapy approach using this Love Monster book. You could use this literacy-based approach for groups where you can target many goals using just one book, despite their age, their difficulty in speech, and so on. So here's a structured approach that I have created for this book for my clients. But as usual, I'm going to show you how to read this book to your client, and that also depends according to the client's age. You can either read the book for your client or you can ask the child to read it for you. That way you can use it as a reading practice. So I'm going to read this book for you. Love Monster by Rachel Bright. You can talk about the picture. This is a monster. Hello, monster. I think you'll agree he's a little bit funny looking, to say the least. He lives in a world of cute, fluffy things, which makes being funny looking pretty darn hard. And then you can point out and ask about these stuffies. And then you might have noticed that everybody loves kittens and puppies and bunnies. You know, cute, fluffy things. But nobody loves a slightly hairy, I suppose, a bit googly-eyed monster. Poor monster. And then you can talk about the monster's feelings and so on. So as you go on reading, you can make it more interesting by incorporating and asking questions. Ask the child, how is this character feeling when all the people are laughing at him, and so on. I'm going to give you a little structured approach that I have planned with this book. First is book introduction. So as I showed you before, I will show the front page of the book and introduce the book Love Monster and discuss about the title, about Love Monster, and talk about the cover and predict. I will ask the child to predict about the story, and I will encourage discussion about love, friendship, and emotions. So now that we are moving on to Valentine's Day, this will be a good introduction to Valentine's Day. So you can talk about what Valentine's Day is about. And also you can talk about the front page, who is an author, who is an illustrator, and all that. So after the introduction of the book, you can move on to pre-reading activities. So pre-reading activities are like you can discuss any familiar words or themes related to the book. And you can also introduce new vocabulary that may appear in the story. Or you can review relevant speech goals such as an articulation target or language concepts. And also, another pre-reading activity you can do is you can just flip through the book, look at all the pictures and talk about the pictures instead of actually reading the story. And then you can actually read the story aloud, and you can read the book aloud, pausing to discuss the characters, the settings, and the events. And as I mentioned before, you can talk about the feelings and so on. And you can also encourage active listening and comprehension through questions and prompts, as I mentioned. And so after reading aloud, what you can do post-reading activities. So post-reading activities is you can ask the child to retell the story using pictures or props to reinforce comprehension. And you can discuss emotions and how the characters feel throughout the story. And you can also practice articulation or language targets using books and phrases from the books. So you could do, with regard to retelling the story, you can ask the child to either say it verbally or you can ask the child to write it in point form. And you can ask the child to summarize the story. So you're working on so many goals over there. So after the post-reading activities such as retelling the story, comprehension and emotions and articulation, you can work on extension activities. So extension activities are you can create different role-play scenes from the book to promote social skills and pragmatic skills. So like, for example, in this part, you can ask, is it right to laugh at a person? I mean, see the monster is feeling sad, so you will be hurting another person's feelings if you laugh at another person. So instead of laughing, maybe you can go talk to him, play with him, and so on. So you can promote social skills using these kind of books. And another thing you can do is create art projects related to the story to enhance creativity and fine motor skills. So you can create a beautiful love monster and so on. Or you can cut hearts, paste hearts. And another thing you can do is write or dictate a sequel to the story, focusing on narrative skills and expressive language. So, which means that you can write a similar story using these characters and maybe with a different outcome, like with different ending or something that's happening different from the current story, but you can use the same characters. And then after that, as a wrap up, you can review key concepts from the session and provide feedback on progress. And you can encourage carryover skills outside of the therapy session. So as I have mentioned, throughout the session, you can tailor activities to address specific speech therapy goals such as articulation, language comprehension, social skills, and expressive language. But be flexible and responsive to the individual needs of the client while maintaining a focus on literacy and communication. So this depends on when you're working on a group. So there might be children with their different needs or different levels. And when you're targeting these goals, you should make sure that you manage to do it in such a way that a child in different categories or different levels of learning can understand it. So hope this helps you, and let me know how this went within your therapy session and comment below. Thank you for watching. Bye.